and welcome to the Unfiltered book recap series with myself, Bria. Some of you may know me as your fairy smart mother. Some of you may just know me by my handle, which is Reading Over Adulting on all of the listed platforms. I am very excited about getting this series started. I wanted to put a couple things forward before we get started. This is a recap series, which means there may be spoilers, there may not be spoilers, but this is a way to catch you up on an interconnected standalone series, or a true trilogy series, so that if you stopped reading one book a couple of months ago and you want to get back on the bandwagon without reading the full series all over again, this is what this video is for. If you want to skip over a book because it's not really part of your trope list or something that you want to read but you want to get into the last book, you just need that middle one kind of told to you, this is what this is for. Every book I'm doing is a book I've either read or listened to, whether it was physically, digitally, or on audio. With every book that I do, I will be listing all of the ways for you to support the author in the description below, and I hope that this is a helpful series. I want you to comment below whatever series you would like for me to do. I have read a lot of series. There are some that I have not read or listened to yet, so I am open to doing a lot of new series I haven't done before, and just redoing series I've read before anyway. So, it is my pleasure to introduce the first series we will be doing, which is the Hitchhiker series by Lauren Beale. When I tell you I listened to the first book and I was absolutely hooked, absolutely hooked. All three of these books currently right now, you can get them physically, digitally, and on audiobook, so you can enjoy them in any way possible. And a fourth book in this standalone series is coming out on April 5th. So if you're trying to get caught up on that like I am before that one comes out, here we go. This is also to note that this is a standalone series, which means there is no particular order that you need to read them in. You do not have to read them all before the April 5th release. But if you enjoyed one and you enjoyed two, you might as well enjoy all of them, which is what I'm going to do. And so this very first episode, we will be going over Hitched by Lauren Beale. When I tell you I love myself a dark gray morally man, Lex is the man for you. But again, before I go any further, please make sure you check your trigger warning and your content warnings. This book is very heavy with a lot of adult themes and things that happen in this book. So please, for the love of God, please read your content and trigger warnings. But on that note, let's talk about this book. This book is done in dual POV, so you do hear from both Lex and from Selena, who are both our main male character and female main character in this book. It does end in a happily ever after. If you are someone that does like happily ever afters, this is the book for you. This book is very interesting. If you don't know about this book is about how Selena stops for a hitchhiker one day saying, oh, he needs help. His car broke down. He really just needs someone to, bring him to his destination. And as soon as he gets in the car, she knows that something is wrong. But at this point, her life basically already sucks. Her life is not the life that she wanted to live. She was driving back from seeing family out of town. She really didn't want to go home. And so this entire book is about both of them kind of coming to terms that there is something between them, but she is already committed to somebody. She is driving home to this person, but this person is physically abusing them. This person is not a really good person to her, but she has no other choice. She feels like she has no other choice but to go back home to him. And Lex is running from the law because, well, Mama, I'm in love with a criminal. He does some not so great things, but he also was escaping from prison and did not want to go back. He would do anything to stay out of there. So Selena was only supposed to be a ride to the border so that he could cross the border and go somewhere else. But as we learn from reading this book, there was no such thing. He started to realize that Selena was really starting to scratch that little itch in the back of his head and the back of his heart that was going to give him that love and that kind of assurance that he actually deserved to be loved, and even with the past that he has and the future that he has, he could find his match. And what I really loved about this book is how much Selena was ready to give up her life for basically anything in this world, but she fell in love with Lex, and it was something that she really had to get over, I want to say, almost. Not really, because, like, she felt it, he felt it, but she's like, I'm committed, I have somebody, and he goes, well, he's kind of abusing you, isn't he? So why would you want to go back to that? And so What do we love about a morally gray character? It's touch her, and so what does he do? Has to be one of my favorite things. When I tell you I love a good revenge plot and getting revenge, this one right here, because not only does he, the boyfriend, fiance, I'm gonna have to go back and see, but when they do that, he is slowly losing blood, and as that is happening, Lex and Selena start fucking on his blood and then go to the bedroom and continue there, and then they leave. And so one thing that I really love that Lauren Beale did in this book is it really forced not only Selena to kind of step up and be like, you know what, I don't need you, and I can pull my weight, I can be the girl that you want me to be, I can be the woman you want me to be, like, let me prove to you that I love you enough to do this with you. And he was like, I'm not good enough for you. Why do you want to be with, like, why do you care that, like, why? Why do you want to be with me? Why do you love me? And she goes, I feel it. You are my person. You are the person that was supposed to bring me out of where I was. And with each stop that they did, she really got a piece of herself back, because she would tell him no. Like, listen, I don't want to do this. And again, most of the time he wouldn't listen. But then when he really started to see that she was covered in bruises, that, you know, she would do certain things, he started wanting to earn her trust. And I think that's just so fucking powerful. When it starts off as strong as it did, where it was, I'm only here to use you to get to the border and back, and then it turns into them finding this wholesome little cottage in the middle of nowhere for them to live happily ever after, which is why I'm so glad Lauren Beale actually did, like, 1 year later, where they're still living in that little cabin and they are living their best life. And she does turn into someone who helps them, like, steal money, steal food for what they need, because that's the life that she wanted to get away from this life. She didn't want to, you know, divorce her man or leave her man and have to marry someone else. She wanted a whole new, brand new life. And he just wanted a whole brand new life too. So they did it together. They did this for themselves. And I love a good story where it's like enemies to lovers, you know, Toucher and, you know, they both learned something about themselves. They both really grew as people. And if you're just someone that really wants a good, wholesome story like that, and you're also into dark romance, and you like a good trigger warning, and you love good content warning, and, you know what? Let me say this. The villain gets the girl, and that's what it is. He is not a good guy. Lauren Beale does not make him out to be the good guy, and he makes it very clear that he's not a good guy, but Selena does not care. Selena does not care that Lex is not the boy next door, the boy who gets the money, the boy who's the banker. He is a bad guy who's done bad things and will continue to do bad things for the love that he has for her and the love that he will continue to have for her. And she says, bet, let's do it. And so that is my Unfiltered book cap review. It is, let's see. I always love giving this little, like, you know, snippet. It's 244 pages, including the epilogue. Did not include the acknowledgement. Like I said, I will link every way for you to get this book if you decide you want to read it. Of course, our next episode will be along for the ride. I will be enjoying this as an audiobook. I will be making notes in the physical one for the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your feedback. Let me know what series you want to do. And until next time, don't pick up a Hitchhiker. Just don't do it.